make 'em bounce.
Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. I am Lois.
I'm François.
And we are the Morning Newsbreaker. As per usual, we start the morning program with boring stuff. Politics and international news presented by Antoine and Nicolas. Afterwards, our weather forecast man, Nona, will, with his gentle and beautiful voice, wake you up. Then, you'll learn to cook a new dish I personally never heard of by our grand chef, Julien. Did you know it existed before, François?
Never heard of it before. But we will talk about it later. After, our chef will have cooked his dish and us tasted it. Our entertainment program will start and be presented by Abdelatif. Then, I will introduce on our set a special guest. To finish and wrap up this morning news broadcast, we'll talk a bit sport with Valentin.
But first, the title of today's news.
Then, Antoine, you are on the field in Paris. What happened last night?
Hi François. Last night, here in Paris, there has been 7 coordinated terrorist attacks performed by 7 Islamist militants wearing each an explosive suicide belt. At least 139 people have been killed and 352 have been injured. Everything started at 20 past 9 p.m. Those watching the football match between France and Germany could hear the first 2 explosions which happened near the stadium. The French President, François Hollande, who was watching the match, reacted quickly and organized a crisis meeting active during the whole night. After investigation, it is thought that the militants failed to reach their goal. Indeed, if they had acted a few minutes before, while the football spectators were entering the stadium, there could have been far more victims. After the explosions, the match continued on, since at the time they didn't know what was going on. Meanwhile, the other terrorists opened fire in 3 different places. Some shooting happened in bars and restaurants, where they killed a lot of people using machine guns similar to Kalashnikov. At the same time, 2 young men entered Le Bataclan, while a rock group was playing, and shot at the crowd. The horror scene lasted 2 hours and 40 minutes. Then the anti-terrorist police arrived, and the 2 militants blew themselves up. This attack was the most murderous. Indeed, there was more than 1,500 people at the concert. At least 87 people died there. I have no more information for the moment. I will be back in a few minutes for more details. I have now some additional information. The French president declared a state of emergency in the whole country, which means that the capital's museum, the metro, etc. are shut down for now and that the border control are reinforced. He also declared 3 days of national mourning and considered this attack as an act of war committed by a terrorist army. The group Islamic State claimed responsibility and said that this is only the beginning of the storm. Investigations have already begun. First results in the investigation lead toward Belgium as the country the terrorists come from. There are a lot of reactions worldwide in tribute to the victims. This is the worst terrorist attack in France since the 50s. With 6 simultaneous attacks, this is a nightmare scenario for the authorities. Politicians across the world said that the terrorist attack will be discussed in the G20 and that decisions will be taken against the Islamic State. Goodbye everyone, this was Antoine for Morning Newsbreaker.
Thanks, Antoine, for these informations and your report. Quite an awful night for the French living in Paris. May the dead rest in peace. But that is apparently not all, since other information about this subject is given to us from Nicolas.
It's over to you, Nicolas.
After the attack on the 13th November in Paris, a lot of countries committed attack against Syria to eradicate Islamic State. France has chosen to attack only with airstrike. The Americans carried out bombardments but also deployed troops on the ground. The Russians, who apparently didn't make the effort to open the book offered by George Bush, Geopolitics for Dummies after an excess of vodka, didn't manage their adorable president once more, Vladimir Putin. The latter wasn't able to refrain from exposing his ingenious solution, the nuclear bomb, which is currently used as his coffee table but which he finds too cumbersome. Vladimir, who lived too far away from the dump and possessing, as self-respecting Russians that respect himself, a knuckle-launching ramp in his garden, never stopped borrowing various state leaders to obtain the precious authorization for launch. Fortunately, no head of state is so stupid to let him do that, what is rather surprising. Vladimir left the meeting quiet by threatening to take revenge one more time on Ukrainians who asked for nothing. Since this last event, Vladimir has seized all his weapons, so that he doesn't start a war of words by taking the nuclear suitcase for balance.
More combat in the world, can't we have peace for once? Well, I guess it's human nature. But it's not the time to start a philosophical debate. May the weather forecast show us some light and hope for a better day.
True enough. So, Nanette, what is and will be today's weather?
Morning, ladies and gentlemen. As ever, it's going to be very rainy in the north, whereas everywhere else it's sunny. Look at that. Even Scotland. Sorry. Yeah, even Scotland has just a few clouds. And over London, it's going to be so bright, you will have to take your sunglasses out with you. The average temperature will be 13 degrees, and it will not go under 3 degrees in Inverness. The temperature will reach 13 degrees in London, 12 in Plymouth or Southampton. It's a pity we're trapped down here not enjoying the sweet Irish breeze. 55 degrees. Temperature won't change very much, except in Scotland, one more time, where temperature will gain at least 3 degrees all over the country. 13 degrees in London, 7 in Belfast, with gusts of wind, 9 degrees with dark clouds and heavy rains in Stornoway. Tonight, you shouldn't go out. The storm is gathering. Thus tomorrow and the day after, 150 kilometers per hour winds will blow, and thus all over our lovely country. Stay at home, everything will be fine. Thank you very much, and Francois, Louis, it's all on to you now!
Sorry, it was quite good actually. Here's the cooking program.
Let's go for the cooking program!
Hello everybody, my name is Julian and today I'm going to cook some biltong for you. First, what is biltong? Biltong is an extremely dry meat and quite renowned in South Africa. It is so popular that they eat biltong all day long. So, how to make some? The process is actually quite simple. You need a red meat, steak would be the best, then slice it into small pieces and add biltong spices to it. These spices are made from black pepper, coriander, pili-pili, rat poison, and plenty of different spices that you can find in South Africa. It's almost done. Put some vinegar, trust me, you can be generous on that. And it's almost finished. Even if the smell is strange, turn the slices over and repeat the process. It is simple, isn't it? It's the final step. You need one way or another to let the meat breathe. I mean, during at least 10 days, you have to recycle the air. Then you can finally enjoy your biltong. My tip is to drink some Witblitz at the same time. Witblitz, what is that? You are wondering. It is again a specialty from South Africa. This one is an alcohol stronger than vodka. It can be at 90 degrees. Trust me, it is something. So if you think that you have just eaten rat poison, you can drink Witblitz. It should act as an antidote, more or less. To conclude, eating biltong and drinking Witblitz is the best way to start the evening.
Right then, how about we let Belatif introduce the series that recently came out? Hi Belatif.
Thank you, Lois and Francois. Today, in our entertainment section, we have only 2 topics, but both are very, very interesting to watch and hear. Let me introduce them. The DC superhero series, The Flash. Barry Allen was a an ordinary kid in an ordinary city until the day his mother was killed by something so impossible. A few years later, an extraordinary event happened and Barry got amazing powers. He became a speedster, he became the Flash. With his power, which allowed him to run at lightning speed, he fought villains also called metahumans who want to destroy his city. At the same time, he is trying to get his father out of prison, who was convicted for the murder of his mother through innocent. We have with us Mr. Humbert Königsberg, who is the producer of the superhero series Arrow. From a professional point of view, Mr. Königsberg, what do you think about The Flash?
Well, I think it's a damn good TV show. You know, the plot, the special effect, the acting, everything is done to make a great superhero show. You know, the other day, I had a conversation with the cast about, about what they think of it. And this is what they said. They said, Ambro, you're a fucking good scenarist. And having seen what you did with Fringe and Warehouse 13, it's going to be one of the greatest superhero show ever made. And that's not me who said that. It's them. Right? To that, I told them I'm a big fan of that kind of stuff. You know, science fiction, fantasy, and fighting, and action, etc. So yeah, it will be made of damn good stuff. But only you, spectators, will decide if it is to continue or not.
Do you think that nowadays superheroes movie can succeed?
I think your question is, do you think, what do you think about superhero movies? Because it's obvious that this film encountered an enormous success. Anyway, I don't think movies are the best way to develop a superhero universe. Indeed, in a movie, you must have a beginning and an ending,
Yeah.
right? Whereas in an episode of a show, you don't actually, actually yes, you do, but not over 2 hours. Thus, it's way easier to develop a side story or a spin-off or new characters or enemy in a series. You can do only 1 season of something necessary if you think that it's enough. And, moreover, something sometimes people don't think about, and I'm truly serious about that. Artistically speaking, superhero movies are not that interesting. There's a lot of damn good film out there that are quite worth of our attention. And these so-called, superhero movies, I think they steal our attention, from these good films.
Yeah.
You see what I mean?
Thank you for your honesty. For the second topic, we have the musical series Empire. Empire is a sexy, powerful new drama about a CEO of a music empire, Lucius Lyon, and his 3 sons and ex-wife who battle for the throne of the company. In each episode, a colorful and powerful song is created with the help of a real singer. Everybody has their own theme song in this series. Pop, hip-hop, R&B, soul, everything is there. And in addition, we have shame, humor, love, passion, and suspense. This mix makes Empire one of the most watched series in the world at the moment. Mr. Königsberg, I know it's not your kind of series, but if you have to give your opinion, what would you say?
Are you kidding? I think it has a fucking good plot, But even though I love it, I mean, the actors, the actresses, the scenario, the plot, and of course the music is awesome. Even though all of it is incredible, I think, and that's just my opinion, right? I think that the editor sucks.
Oh, really? Oh, okay. This is your point of view, and we respect it. The mark I will give today for this series are 17 out of 20 for our Spitzer, Barry Allen, aka The Flash. And for the musical series Empire, I'll give 17 out of 20. And this is all for our entertainment section today, and I hope you had fun with me and Mr. Amber Königsberg. I will leave you with this song interpreted by one of the sons of Lucius Lyon. Back to your studio, back to you, Loris.
And today, our special guest is Mr. Bernard, who is a young and huge inventor, engineer, and visionary. So, Marc, tell me, what is your new treasure?
Okay, so first, hi François. Okay, so thank you for inviting me in your show tonight. It's a great pleasure to be here. You know, here is the future. You know, it's a whole new technology from the future. Yeah. This is the remote RX-34.
Wow, take a look at this design. Oh my god, it seems to be something awesome. What does it control?
This is a good question, François. You know, the thing is that science allows you to do something, you know, François, the time to set up an effective communication system takes time and money, you know.
Yes, but my question is very simple, you know. What does it control?
Okay, François. For the moment, nothing. Okay, as I told you at the beginning, it comes from the future. So in the future, it will be able to control great things, like I don't know, some future thing. I'm not from there, you know. So for the moment, I can't really answer you, you know. Do you understand?
Wait, Marc.
Yeah.
Wait, Marc. Are you telling me that this is completely useless?
Today, yes. But in the near future,
Oh my god, you are a visionary! A real object from the future? I can't believe it. And how much does it cost?
you know, for the moment, it's prototype, but the cost amounts about $200. As a bonus, for $100 more, you can have the gold edition on the season pass.
Okay. well, it's pretty cheap. But what are the characteristics?
It's a tactile remote.
Is that a pressure screen from the future?
No, just button. The battery is very effective. I mean, you have to recharge it each day.
Okay, it's normal, but you are working on it, isn't it?
Yes, I think so too. However, what I'm sure about this, it's that you want it and you will buy it.
Yeah, I'm sure, Mark. Okay, thank you for coming with us this morning. I hope you the best. I hope the best for you, Mark.
Thank you. Thank you. You're welcome. Peace and take care of yourself, Francois. Okay? And as French people say, la bise.
Phew. Okay then, after this bitterly useless presentation of a remote we don't even need in our current age and time, even though it seems high-tech, we will have our sport report now beginning. Oh, Lois, you alright?
Yeah, you can go ahead, Valentin.
Hello everyone, this is Valentin, and today we are on the street of Paris, where a beautiful fight happened between the two best street fighting teams, Hippies versus CRS. In this kind of fight, the marks are mostly given for the creativity of weapon used. This is where the Hippies took the lead in this fight. Indeed, they picked up anything they could find in the street, and this amazed the judges. Unfortunately, the policemen were well prepared and gunning for this fight. Even if creativity isn't the main force of the police, they finally took the lead using their equipment, which is the best concerning street fighting. The French team now seems ready for the World Cup in the summer of 2016 that will take place in Brazil during the Olympic Games. Other nations are very well prepared, especially Syria and Palestine. But the Brazilians have now accelerated their training, with strikes going wild almost each day. Since French people are every other day in the streets whining about something, we can hope they will be the best representatives of Europe. Of course, the current state of emergency may interrupt the active training France put in place. I let you with this footage of CRS fighting versus a female. Goodbye everyone, this was Valentin for Morning Newsbreakers, and I'll see you tomorrow for more sport news.